Hey guys, it's Kim Ward. Happy Wednesday. Listen, I met a young gentleman. I don't even know how old he is. If I had to guess, I would say, late teens, maybe early 20s. It's hard to tell. He looked great. I have no idea. But I met him out in my town this morning and we got to talking. And I don't know what made me blurt it out, but I told him, I said, listen, I am a coach. I coach people with anxiety to help them live beyond anxiety. And my mission in life is to decrease the suicide rate, is to decrease the amount of people who are killing themselves. And I'll tell you why, but I'm not going to tell you the stories right now behind them. When I was 16, I hated life. And I swallowed so many bottles of pills. To this day, I still can't swallow pills because the amount of forcefulness and shoving that had to go into the effort of me swallowing mountains of pills at a time in an attempt to end my own life, it was horrible. And I remember when my dad got me to the emergency room, we were in Massachusetts at the time, they told him if I was 5 minutes later, I'd be dead. And I never understood my life's mission. And then my baby sister, who was 22 years old, took her own life. My mom tried attempt after attempt after attempt. And we'll get into this as you get to know me. But 7 years after my sister died, my mother successfully killed herself too. And instead of wallowing in my own self-pity and feeling bad, I've allowed my mess to become my message. And yes, I attempted suicide when I was 16, but you know what? I have lived through a very near-death experience. I've lived through multiple deaths and losses and trauma and traumatic experiences of my own. If there is somebody out there who can help you, empower you, uplift you, inspire you, give you hope, that person is me. And when I explained this to him briefly, he looked at me and said, I was near death myself. I almost killed myself. And I looked at him and I'm like, why? And that right there is key, because at the time when we feel this anxiety, this depression, this hopelessness, everything that you feel, there's no answers. Right? We feel that there's nothing left. There's nothing there for us. Nobody cares. There's nowhere to go. It's all irrelevant. And when you realize that you can come out of that and move forward and move past it, and you're not in the same mindset, because that's what it all boils down to right there is mindset, you don't even remember what was so bad. Okay? So he said, it was pressure. It was just pressure of trying to make my mom happy, trying to complete my schoolwork, trying to, get all my work in. And it was just all the pressure that we put on ourselves, on our children. So I'm going to ask you today, what can you do for yourself? What can you do for the people around you? What can you do for your loved ones? Because when it comes to anxiety in general, there are three main reasons why we may suffer from anxiety. The first one is neurochemistry. Okay, we know about serotonin. We know about the hormonal imbalances and the things that we may be lacking. The next two are completely within our realm of what we can control. And that's the lifestyle. The second number out of the top three, the second one is lifestyle by diet. Okay. Are you eating properly? Are you drinking properly? Are you addicted to fast food and fats and trans fats and oils and carbohydrates and GMOs and coffee and caffeine and soda? Yes? Okay. Guess what? Your brain is starved. Your soul is starved. You are not nutritionally helping yourself. That's what you need to be able to manage stress, to sleep better, and to have a well-balanced homeostasis, right? And the third one, the final in the top three, is also lifestyle, but it's movement. And you've seen the commercials where they say a body in rest stays in rest and a body in motion stays in motion. And it's so true. When I'm living my couch potato life, the last thing I ever want to do is get up and walk, ride a bike, play with my kids, do anything that requires me to physically move. And then once you get into that position in life where you're like, this feels great. Let's play frisbee. Let's do volleyball. Let's go for a walk. Let's walk the dog. It's like your endorphins are running. The adrenaline is running. Life is good because your body is functioning the way that it should. Okay. So I want to empower you today to do one thing for yourself, whether it's to skip a diet soda, whether it's to, switch to decaf, whether it's to look at a stranger and smile them and say, you know what? There are no words necessary, because the smile is all it takes to reciprocate and to get that smile back in return. So thank you for being here. Thank you for following me. Thank you for following my page. My mess is my message, and my life's mission is to decrease suicide. And I will share my story with you someday, but I hope the first time that I get to share it is on stage, making a huge impact to so many people. Okay? I love you guys. Have a great and happy and abundant Wednesday. See you later.